Do you know where most of your sales are lost? Yep, that's right, on your poor performing landing page. Even if you're sending them from the most amazing YouTube video or the best advertising campaign in the world, if your viewers or people who are clicking on your ads are going to a sucky landing page, the reality is that your sales are going to be sucky. Now, when it comes to your landing pages, there are so many multiple things that you need to get right. And this is especially true for content creators who are selling things like online courses, paid communities, and also coaching programs. And the reason for that is because people can't feel and touch your products before they make that decision to buy. So in this video, I'm going to focus on 3 proven strategies that you can use when it comes to the sales copy on your landing page in order to increase the number of your conversions. Now, as I said, this is just one aspect of having a high converting landing page. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I will also show you the 5 core elements in terms of the structure and what to include on your landing page. And the great thing about the video, which I'll show you at the end of this video, is that this is all backed by data from over 10,000 individual user tests. But right now, let's go into these 3 strategies that are proven to work for your sales copy. The one thing that I'm going to stress about these is that these strategies aren't new and they've been around for a long time. When I first started my working career, at that time I was in a sales role, and they sent me and some of my other sales team members to a sales training day, and they went through some of these strategies. So even though some of them seem really corny and I feel like they wouldn't work, trust me, they work. And the reason for why I know they work is because I've seen them in my own business and actually seen them roll out time and time and time again. And once you understand these, you'll see that when you look at everyday ads and marketing campaigns, that a lot of them have these components in place. And the first strategy, which I want to take you through, is what we call the would it be worth it close. And this is a sales copy strategy where you're tying the cost, so the actual cost for someone to buy your online coaching program or your paid community, into actual real world results. So it's kind of becoming like a with me, without me type scenario. And what this is all about, it's all about lowering the perceived value of your course or your online product by tying it to actual real results. One of the examples that I've got on my sales page, I've phrased it like this. And the example which I'm about to give you is for a course which sells for $790. And the first scenario that we give is where we say that if after my course, your business profits were able to increase by just $750 every month, would it be worth it? And then we answer it for them. Yes, of course. Because there's a one-time course. If they take that course for $750, even if they only get bump in revenue of $750 a month every month, it would be worth it. And then because this course is also for my other YouTube channel, which is around about teaching people how to successfully use Google Ads, we pose another question, is that if after you've taken my course, you have the confidence to sign an extra client for your business, would it be worth it? And then we go once again, yes, of course it would be. And what we're doing here is we're comparing the cost of the course to the value that the learning could give them for their business. You could do this in other ways where it could be that your course may not make them money, but it may save them time. So then you can really break that down, that if our $1,000 of course was able to save you 100 hours of time, would it be worth it? So you can see, you can play out some different options and different scenarios there, but the goal here is that you want to tie the cost of your course to a value which is higher. And then it's all relative, that your cost isn't as expensive if it's saving them this much money or helping them to earn extra amounts of money. And then the second strategy I want to take you through works in a very, very similar way, and it's called the reduction to the ridiculous. And this is where you're taking the total value of the purchase and breaking it down into a more manageable number. For example, we've got another product, which is a Google Ads monthly training program. Once again, this isn't for this channel, this is for my other YouTube channel, and that costs $99 a month. But the way that we break down that advertising is, rather than selling it as $99 a month, because that gives them a monthly access, so we break it down to a daily cost of $3.30, and then we work the messaging around it of that it's less than a cup of coffee a day. So rather than them focusing on the $99 a month, it's really breaking it down to it's really only costing them a cup of coffee a day, and then they can put that value on it. Is what they're learning in this community more valuable than their daily cup of coffee? And what you're doing here is that you're helping someone justify their purchase, because it's quite common that someone will have buyer's remorse, especially in this space where when they buy something, they may not be receiving anything that they can hold and touch. It might be a digital course or it might be a coaching session. What you're wanting to do is you're really wanting to help them them to be able to justify it in their own mind or to their partner or to someone else when they talk about it and they go, yeah, it's $99 a month, but that's less than a cup of coffee and I'm just not going to buy my Starbucks every morning. Now, when it comes to the reduction to the ridiculous, there are other ways of doing that, and we're going to jump into a screen share very soon, which I'll show you. But what I want to do is I want to give you number 3 so that when we're in that screen share, I can show you everything at the same time. And the third strategy that you can use to increase the sales through these sales copy strategies is to include a money back guarantee. And this one is probably the most effective. And the reason for that is because it removes all of the risk, especially when it comes to online and digital products where people are making the purchase and then getting them straight away. And they don't actually get a package at their door to receive, something, a hard copy book or a different product. It can seem quite risky, but by offering the money back guarantee, what you're really doing is you're just advertising to everyone that firstly, that your courses or your communities are not a scam, that you truly do see value in them and that you are so confident that they'll see value in them. But if they do not see that value in them, that you'll give them 100% money back guarantee, no questions asked. So you can see how that can be a very, very powerful tool in order to help get the extra sales that you need for your business. What we're going to do now is I'm going to take you through a screen share so I can show you how this works in a real life example. But before we do that, if you want extra help with putting together the content for your website and also launching your first product, what I want to do is I want to give you access to my course creation checklist. And this breaks down everything that you need to complete in order to create your first course. But what it also includes is access to my website planner. And this is a questionnaire that I've put together, which takes you through a series of questions, which you can then use to create your own high converting landing page. And if you want to get access to all of that, all you need to do is to follow that link in the description below. But right now, let's jump into a screen share so I can show you some real life examples. Now, the example that I'm going to be giving you here is for my Google Ads based channel for one of our courses we've got there. And what I want to be showing you is down the bottom where we've got these 3 examples. And the first one is that would it be worth it? Now, I explained this out in the video earlier, but you can see here is that if after my course, you were able to increase the profits of your business by $750 a month, would it be worth it? And we said, yes, of course. Or if you're able to successfully launch a new product or sign 1 new client, would it be worth it? Once again, what we're just showing there is that yes, these courses cost $6.99 or $5.99 US, but when you compare it to the value that you're going to be getting in your business or the money we're going to be saving, it's a really, really simple formula. So that's how you break out, would it be worth it? So we're basically just reinforcing that, yes, this is the cost, but it's so worth it because of this value. Now I want to show you another example of reduction to the ridiculous. Now, as I said to you, the first way that we did the reduction of the ridiculous is that you could lower the total price, and we took a $99 subscription fee down to the price of a coffee a day. But another way that we actually did this is that we introduced the initial cost at $6.99. And then we also brought out this line, which was in this niche, 54% of all digital agencies charge well over $500 every month. So we're doing 2 things there. We're tying it down saying, yes, $699 isn't cheap, but at the same time, if you go to a digital agency, you're going to be paying over $500 every month. Now, the other thing that what we do here is that we then roll out some extra value. So what I've done in here is I've let them know that they get an extra module. They also get direct support from me, which we don't offer anywhere else. And then they also get a 90-day trial period of our community, which once again is that $99 a month. So what we're doing there is we're putting in extra value of $2,246. And then what that does is that this really, really ties them into this one, because they're going to buy, they go, well, if we spend an extra $100, we get an extra $2,000 and more of value. So that's another way that you can roll out the reduction to the ridiculous, by just making this option so much more valuable that it really doesn't make sense to get the $5.99 option. And then finally, that last one is the money back guarantee. Now, on our courses, we run a 21-day money back guarantee. I've seen people do a 7-day, 14-day, 30-day, 60-day. It doesn't really matter what the time frame is. It's just that it's a money back guarantee. And you can see here, we just make it really clear. We make it a no-brainer deal for you. 21-day, 100% money back guarantee. We even say, that's right, go through the course, check out the bonuses, follow the steps, put in the work. And if you don't love it, we'll refund you the full amount, no questions asked, and no begging from you required. So if you're having issues with converting people once they get to your landing page, why don't you engage those 3 strategies that you can use to increase the conversion rate of your sales strategy. Thank you for joining me. It's been my absolute pleasure having you here. And the video you're watching right here was actually the last video in a playlist which I called Become a Content Creator in 2024. And if you want to watch all of those videos where I take you through the step-by-step process to become your own profitable content creator, I want you to go through and watch this playlist right here. Or as promised, if you want to go through and watch that training on the 5 core elements from over 10,000 user tests on how to build out high converting landing page, go through and watch this video right here. See you next time.